Hello and welcome to another episode of Gig and Tell podcast. I am Tash.
I'm fair.
And this week we thought we'd talk about As It Is because we went to see them this week in Birmingham, didn't we? It was at the O2 Academy, room 2, which is a smaller room. I think we've been to it a few times before. Interesting gig. What are your initial thoughts?
Ooh, I feel like I have quite a lot to say on this one.
Okay.
It was not like any As It Is show I've been to before.
I completely agree with that.
The first couple of songs seemed like a little bit of a disaster.
Okay.
Not from necessarily their fault,
Yeah.
so much as maybe the crew's fault. It was kind of as if they hadn't sound checked and they were just sound checking for the first song.
Yeah, the wire to the mic seemed like it was definitely not plugged in properly.
No,
for sure.
that was a dodgy lead for definite. The like crackling sounds that was coming out of it,
Yeah,
and it was in time with the movement, so it's definitely like a dodgy connection going on.
yeah,
And the vocals were all over the place, like not his vocals, the volume.
yeah. It wasn't Patty singing. It was
No, it was
tech.
definitely like there was a couple of lines where I was like, I can see he's singing, and no
Nothing.
sound is coming out. There's nothing coming out. But eventually, I think the first couple of tracks were a bit like, oh, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And then after that, they seemed to get it, and it was good.
It was interesting because I think of As It Is as not a small band really. Like I feel like they're quite popular in the like pop punk world. I feel like Patty Walters is a big name, and I feel like a lot of people listen to them. So it was interesting to me because that was going wrong, and because of the size of the venue and the way the crowd was, which we'll touch on. It was interesting to me watching it because it felt like we were watching like a almost like student band. It felt like we were going to watch a really tiny, like only played a couple of shows kind of band,
Like a local artist,
which it's never felt like at any other As It Is gig I've been to.
No, the crowd was very different to usual. It was very tame
Yeah.
compared to usual. Like the mosh pits only opened up when they asked them to.
Oh yeah,
Which-
100%.
I mean, the first time that we saw them, there was no choice but to be in the mosh pit. It just immediately, there was like 2 seconds into the song and the whole room became a pit, and it was like,
Yeah.
what on earth is going on? Oh my God, I wasn't expecting this. So to see them and there only be pits when they've been like, let's open up a pit.
Yeah, oh yeah, they had to force us to like jump and everything. Like
Yeah.
it was so strange walking into it because it felt like from the back walking in, it was really busy and packed and full of energy. And then as soon as we'd got a drink, got merch, the support came off. Who supported? Do you remember?
Oh, they're called like RTO or
Okay.
something. We only caught the last couple of songs. We were a bit late.
Yeah. By the time when they came off, the whole crowd sort of dispersed. I don't know if everyone went to the toilet or what, but
Toilet, bar, merch.
a smoke, whatever they were
Yeah.
doing, they were off. So everyone kind of came out. So then we like went towards the front, and everyone was spread out. There was gaps between everyone. You had plenty of room to like dance and stuff. It wasn't like being in a gig.
I haven't had that much space to myself in a long time.
It felt so laid back and chill, and like everyone around us in particular, other than one guy, but everyone around us in particular was really like chill, and they were just literally listening, singing along a bit, but pretty much stood still. No one was jumping around. There was barely any moshing. Like you say, it was only when they asked about halfway through the set list, which it was a long set list as well. It was 25 songs. Yeah. It was only about halfway through that there was any sort of life and people moving around and stuff in the pits and stuff. Very, very strange atmosphere, not what I thought it would be going into it, but all that to say, I still had a great time. It was a really good gig.
It was a very good show. Their lighting was probably the standout for me. Their lighting was crazy.
It annoyed me, honestly.
No, not that lighting. There was the bright lights at the crowd that were very blinding and very bright, but their lighting that they had on the stage, I thought was really cool. Especially when they got to like the Great Depression songs.
Oh yeah.
It looked amazing.
It was
they did a really good job with that.
They really got the feel of the songs through the lighting.
Yeah, it was almost like their own little eras tour.
Yeah.
Where they kind of went through the different albums and the stage kind of changed with the lighting changed with the different albums.
They did actually. I was referring to the fact that they had 2 lights that came out into the crowd, where usually like if they had a slow song or something you'd put the lights on, but when those lights came on, I don't know whether they turned the stage lights off or whether they just outshone the stage, but you literally could not see the band. It looked pitch black behind it, and these lights were blinding. Like they were
very bright,
so bright, and we were looking at each other like we can't see a thing. And it happened frequently throughout the gig. Like it wasn't like it was just a time or a couple of times. It happened a lot, in my opinion, which I didn't like. I was like, I've come to see the band, don't shine a light on me, I'm not performing.
Yeah, it was different. It was the kind of show where there was a lot of good, but a lot of like
a lot of things that was just unusual.
Yeah.
Nothing that made me go, that was bad, or this was a bad time. But
there was the first song that they called for a mosh pit. I don't know if you noticed, you kind of could see people running through the crowd to be like, yeah, pit in the middle. They all ran to the middle, and then nothing happened.
And then they just stopped because they were like, oh, like no one's actually moshing, or
no one had even opened up a space.
No.
Like they all kind of ran forward, and then was like,
yeah.
Stand still, nothing happened, and it was like,
And I must say, I was very surprised. I saw a couple of people buying tickets on the door, and I didn't realise that it wasn't sold out. And it was a really small room. It really genuinely felt like there was maybe 100 people in that room. I really don't think there was much more.
I think it's tough for bands coming back.
Okay, yeah,
like,
true. First show back.
They've not had like hype for a while, other than maybe Slam Dunk.
That's what got us hyped, and I suppose if you hadn't have been at Slam Dunk, or if you hadn't been at Slam Dunk and watched As It Is, because a lot of people obviously would have been watching other things, then maybe you wouldn't have like known that they were.
Yeah, some people that would have been at the shows that were much bigger years ago might not know that they've come back, or maybe because nothing's happened, they're like, oh, I'm over them, like I'm too old for, like, I don't know.
But this is what surprises me, because when I was looking at their Instagram, they seemed to, like, the Manchester show looked like it popped off. Like, it was what I'd consider a proper crowd. Like, the pictures they showed of the audience looked like it was a show, and I can't express to you how much it felt like we were just chilling in a bar with the amount of people, like how the crowd was there.
Yeah, there is a lot to be said for Birmingham crowds not quite living up to the hype of other cities.
It made me wish that I was in the Manchester one. It looked like it was a better show.
Yeah. Manchester crowds go hard.
Yeah,
to Birmingham.
and I'd thought that they hadn't posted Birmingham, but you said that they have.
I thought I'd seen them post Birmingham.
I was going through their posts, and I saw Glasgow, and I saw Manchester, and I saw another one, I think, Bristol. But I didn't see anything for Birmingham that they'd posted, unless they'd posted a story and you'd seen a story.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I might have made it up. Who knows?
But I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't post our show, to be honest, because they were great, but
the crowd.
Birmingham's just not quite it.
No.
I don't know. Something strange about the crowd in Birmingham. I feel like no one's very happy.
Yeah. It's like people aren't there to enjoy a show.
People have been forced there.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing them come back. I really liked, actually, they played their new song.
Lose Your Way and Find Yourself.
Lose Your Way and Find Yourself. It was really good. I enjoyed watching it live more than I liked the clip of it that I'd seen on Instagram. I don't think I'd actually listened to the full song on Spotify before we went.
No, I don't think I had, and it actually came on my Spotify DJ yesterday.
Oh, okay.
On my way back from work.
How did you find it?
I quite enjoyed it, yeah.
Because sometimes I think that you can watch a song live and then go and listen to it when you come back, because you think, I didn't like that, but that was amazing. Sorry, I didn't know that, but that was amazing. So I want to go and listen to it. and then you go to listen to it and you're like, oh, that's underwhelming because of how good it was live.
Yeah, it feels like they've gone back to like their was the album called OK that had like Hey Rachel and stuff on. It feels like they've gone back to that kind of vibe. Because I mean I loved The Great Depression when it came out, but there is a part of me that's like, oh, maybe it's a little bit teenager, a little bit of teenage angst going on.
Yeah.
So there is a part of me that kind of struggles to listen to it, but this feels like they've gone back to more their roots, their original kind of music, and I really enjoyed it.
I agree. It sounded like something to me. One of their other songs it really reminded me of, and I can't think of which one it is now. But I agree, it sounds like older as it is. I always think that they've been a very teenage band. That I don't want to use the word cringe, but there's something about them that it hits like a cliche kind of, I don't know how to describe what I want to say, but yeah. But I love that. I love like old school pop punk cliche music. And I enjoyed watching that new one, but there were a couple. I think there was one or two that I'd heard of, but and like heard a couple of times, but didn't know. And I feel like I felt that with a lot with the people around us as well. And I do feel like they missed a couple of songs that I'd really have liked to hear. For example, Hey Rachel was not on the set list.
Yeah, that was a crazy decision in my mind to not play Hey Rachel.
I freaking love that song. I don't understand why they didn't play that. I feel like that's a fan favourite. I understand maybe trying to play a couple of the smaller ones to please like your smaller audiences, because I suppose if there's any show to do that, it's when you come back. It's all your OGs that are there. Do you know what I mean? It's the people that really care turning up. So I understand it from that point of view, because I know that if it was a band like the Vamps, and they did like, I know they haven't broken up, but like if they did a comeback show, and just played all their hits and they didn't play anything a bit more niche, then that would not feel as great for us. And I feel like if you would have plucked a couple of songs that were like, oh my god, I would never expect them to play that. For example, when they played Hurricane that first time on that tour a couple of years ago, it was like, whoa, like I would never have expected them to pluck that out of all of their discography and go, yeah, I'm going to play that one. So I do understand maybe that's probably why they played those couple of songs, because people would have enjoyed them that really knew as it is. But I feel like I know most of their discography and I really didn't know those songs so well. And I feel like Hey Rachel is just a crowd pleaser. I really do. And OK as well. They didn't play OK. And I love that one.
Yeah. Considering that's like the title song of the album.
Yeah. I'd have liked to have heard those two if I could have changed the set list at all. But they really spoiled us with the amount of songs they gave us.
There was so many songs and I can't fault the way that they lasted through them. You know, there are so many singers that 25 songs, they'd have lost it by the time they get past sort of like 18, 19. They'd have nothing left in their voice.
Yeah.
And Patty was flawless.
Oh,
throughout.
His voice was incredible. Really, really good. I was blown away by how much he can jump around a stage, and like he moves so animatronically. Like he really moves himself around, and I think I've never been able to move that much in my life.
Yeah.
He's
very animated.
Yeah, and so on beat, so on time. Like he gets everything spot on, and you can really feel that he's feeling the music when he's moving. But his voice never wavers with it. Whereas I feel like I couldn't jump around the stage the way that he does and sing perfectly, but he really did. His voice was spot on.
And I did wonder, like, if he's done an especially good job, because not from his voice, but it seemed like he had a cold.
Yes.
Like I could see him sniffing a lot.
Yeah.
And the tip of his nose was like bright red, and I was like, I can't tell if he has it, because it doesn't sound like he's got a cold.
No.
His voice was absolutely insane. But watching him gave me the vibe that he maybe had like a bit of a sniffle going on.
Yeah.
And I was like, if he is singing this well, if he is under the weather.
Mm-hmm.
Fair play.
Yeah,
Fair play.
definitely. I was really impressed, and that goes for the rest of the band too. I think everyone played really well.
Mm-hmm.
There was never a moment where I felt like that was out of time or that didn't sound quite right or anything like that. And I thought that Ben performed really well as well.
Yeah.
He seemed really happy, actually, Ben did. I enjoyed watching him. He was a joy to watch.
It's so good to have Ben back.
100%. I loved it. It really felt nostalgic and special, that show did, I think. And I'm excited to see what is to come with them. I presume they're releasing an album.
I'm really hoping so, because if they're all like Lose Your Way and Find Yourself, then I'm pretty excited to hear it.
I know, I'm excited because there's nothing worse than when, like, I'm glad that they've came back with a good song, because if they'd have come back and it had been a song that I didn't like so much, I'd have been really disappointed.
Yeah.
I think that I'm excited to hear what they've got next.
Yeah, I think they'll have exciting things to come.
I
Sure.
hope so, definitely. Did you think, so going into the show, I'd said, do you know where As It Is from? And Phil was like, I'm pretty sure they live in, like, was it Bristol or Brighton? Brighton. Pretty sure they live in Brighton, but I don't know who's from where, kind of thing. And I was like, because they've always gave me like an American band vibe. Like, I think Patty Walters definitely sounds American.
Mm-hmm.
And they've always gave me the vibe that they're from America. And then I found out that technically, yes, Patty is American. He came to the UK when he was 5, I believe I read, if my sources are correct. And
Google AI.
I don't know about the rest of the band, but I'm pretty sure they're all from the UK.
Yeah.
So really, he's grown up and like lived in the UK for like his whole life pretty much, in Brighton, and it just really surprised me. I don't know if anyone else is going to feel the same way about that, but when he's performing and the things that he says and the way that he speaks, it just gives me American.
Yeah.
I've always felt like he's from America. Like, well, he's from America, but do you know what I mean? Like, they're an American band. And I don't know if you felt the same way about it, but it really has made me like, wow.
To say that he's been in the UK since he was 5, he definitely has an American accent.
He says y'all. I'm not being funny, but other than when I was like 12 following Bieber and Christian Beatles and like using their slang, who else has ever used y'all? You know what I mean? We used to say it back then, but I feel like generally speaking, people don't say y'all sound amazing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But he did. He was saying shit like that, and I was like, well,
yeah. There'll be things like his parents would have been in the US a
true.
lot longer
So things
than
he's
he
picked
was,
up from them.
Like, and Americans don't tend to lose their accents the way that Brits do.
Our accents change like that, I think.
I remember someone talking about it and say, I think it might have been Evan Edinger.
Oh yeah.
Because he does all the UK versus US videos, doesn't he? And he did a video and he was talking about accents and stuff. And there's apparently a science behind it. So Brits will pick up an American accent quicker than the other way around, because the American accent is like easier. It's like lazier.
Oh, okay.
So that's why you're more likely to pick up an American accent than an American is to pick up a British accent.
I think it's intriguing to, like, if you're not from London, you don't sound so British. I know, I think I'd be intrigued to see an American speak to a Scouser, because would they think, oh, you're from England?
I think that's the kind of one that they would maybe think sounded Australian.
Yeah,
They just wouldn't be able to quite put a pin on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, way off topic.
Anyway, yes, very, very off topic. This is not about music. But I was just surprised to find out that fact as well. Anything else about the show? I feel like I've covered everything that I wanted to cover. The merch was really good.
Oh, their merch was so nice. I really wish I could have bought more.
Oh yeah, I'm unfortunately too broke to have actually bought anything. But
the light pink crop tops were like so cute, and I was like, I just can't. Like, I managed to justify £15 on a tote bag because not everyone, but a couple of people have commented on it. My tote bag for work needs replacing.
Right.
So I kind of managed to justify that because it was a very cute design.
It was cute.
But I think just with the amount of gigs and travelling we've done recently, I was like, I don't really have the money in my account to do it.
Someone genuinely said to me at work yesterday, concerts are so expensive. Like they asked me how much my Pierce the Veil ticket it was, and I was like, I think it was somewhere between sort of 60 and 80, but I can't quite remember what we paid. And they were like, oh my God, I can't believe you spent that. And then we were talking about concert ticket prices and stuff, and I was talking about how much they vary. And I said, like, they're not all like that. Like, when we saw As It Is, I'm pretty sure that was like a 30 quid ticket, if that was it. I said, like, they're not all that expensive. And they were like, still, if you're doing that, like, all the time. And I was like, yeah, I've literally got one every week for the next, like, 2 months.
It's terrible.
But it's so worth it. I said to them, literally, my whole paycheck goes on it, but it's so worth it.
Absolutely. I mean, the money that I need to be saving for things that I need for this, for all of my filming projects and stuff. And I'm like, I know that I need things like, I need to upgrade my computer. My computer cannot handle editing anymore. I really need to get on that, but gigs take a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah, definitely.
I do have something else we could touch on that's not As It Is.
Okay.
Because something else that happened this week, I'm not sure if you're even aware, but people's predictions were correct, and My Chemical Romance have announced more shows to add to their Black Parade tour.
No way.
Which people had been guessing because people had watched, like someone had been watching the football, Liverpool, and the like MCR logo started coming up around the advertisements around the edge of the pitch.
Sneaky.
And some people were going, oh, Frank Iroh's a Liverpool fan. That's all it is. And then some people were going, well, that's kind of what Wembley did before they announced the Wembley shows.
Oh, so they're playing Liverpool.
So they're now doing Glasgow, Liverpool, and 3 Wembley dates.
Oh, wow.
And
that's nice, because had you seen Soph's video? She couldn't get tickets for her dad.
yeah.
Oh, I hope she can get tickets for him now. Go on.
Oh, they'll be able to get tickets to something, because I had a friend that didn't get tickets originally.
Yeah.
So I put the Twickets notifications on.
Oh, that's nice.
So that I could keep an eye out for her. And yesterday, after all the new ones went on sale, my Twickets notifications went crazy.
Mental.
Because the amount of people up north especially that have bought tickets to the Wembley show, and they've booked hotels and stuff, and they've gone and spent like 500 quid.
And when you can get it closer to home, you got it.
Yeah, like the people that live in Liverpool or in Glasgow are like, well, now I don't need to go to London, so they've bought the tickets to their hometown shows and then sold the ones for Wembley. And it's not hard currently.
Oh, you're gonna sell them.
You're gonna be able to get one.
Yeah.
If you want one on Twickets, they're all over it.
I love Twickets. I think it's such a good idea, because you never know if you can trust whether a tickets are legit or not, and if you're actually going to receive them when you've sent the money and stuff. So I think that Twickets is such a good idea for a site. Like, you know that you can trust that you're going to get your Twickets.
You still...
Your Twickets.
I like that it's capped to face value, but you do still pay more. So, like, if I was selling a ticket, I'm not going to get more than face value for it. I can't put it on Twickets for more than that.
Yeah.
But obviously they are still a business.
Yeah.
So they still have like the Twickets fee. So I was looking at some on there, and it was like face value for the ticket, but an extra £40 for the Twickets fee. And you think how many tickets they must resell on there? That's crazy.
That is wild. I didn't know it's that much for a ticket. I don't think I spent that much on my Twickets fee when I've bought tickets from there.
It might vary depending on
the artist and the demand.
Artist, yeah. But I can't even remember what show it was I was looking at on there, but it's a topic I wanted to touch on, because it kind of bugs me that they didn't just announce all the shows.
I know, I hate it when artists do that, to be honest with you.
Like, I don't know if it was just because they wanted to make sure Wembley sold out.
I get needing a feeler, but just, I don't know.
You know the demand's there. You know if you'd have done one Wembley, one Liverpool, one Glasgow, they would have sold out. And I think if you did them all at the same time,
and then
people would have more chance, because all you've done is release tickets separately on different days. So the same people are getting the same opportunities.
Yeah.
And, you know, while we've been people that have been to more than one show on the same tour, we've done it with shows that have so, like, it is not hard to get tickets for.
Yeah.
If you wanted a ticket, you would get a ticket.
Yeah.
They've not necessarily sold out. If they have sold out, it's took a good week or two. So if you've missed out at that point, that's not my fault, in my opinion.
I know, it is such a controversial topic, people going to multiple shows when, like, shows are selling out, but, like, it's your money if you want to go more than once. Then.
Trust me, there was a part of me tempted. To see if I could get a ticket to Liverpool, but I was kind of like, it's just not, like, I want to give people the opportunity to get that ticket.
Yeah.
That haven't got tickets to Wembley already. But it would just give, like, so many people better opportunities, because then you'd have the people from the south trying to get tickets for Wembley, and you'd have people from the north trying to get tickets for Liverpool, people from Scotland trying to get tickets to Glasgow.
Yeah.
And you're not, like, people aren't going to have as many chances to get multiple dates as they are when you do them separately.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just a bit like, it kind of bugs me because it ruins people's planning. Like, I would have gone for Liverpool over Wembley.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of annoying because I'm like, I've done Wembley, I've not done Anfield. I know you have, but I've not been to Anfield, so it would have been cool to see a different venue. And Liverpool's a great place to go out.
Yeah, you can do a lot, and I'm not saying that you can't do a lot in Wembley, but, like, we've been there and we've done that a few times, and it's like, I don't know, seeing a new city is nice, isn't it?
Yeah, and I've seen Liverpool. I've done it. I've walked around. I had the incredible croissants on the docks. They are lovely. But, like, I'm kind of like, any excuse to go back to Liverpool. Whereas Wembley, I'm like, oh, what a chore.
Yeah,
What
I know.
a chore to get
I
to.
know.
So it kind of bugged me, and I just think it's all good, like, wanting the Wembley. I'm not. It's not confirmed. That's just my theory. Is that maybe they just wanted to make sure Wembley sold out, so it would look good. But I just think if you could have done one Glasgow, one Liverpool, one Wembley, and then if all three sold out, then you can add more
dates
Wembleys.
then, yeah, to
like,
the same, places.
Rather than not letting people plan where's best for them to go.
I agree. So when we were talking about As It Is coming back with their new song, and it being really like, oh, this is a great song, like, I'm glad that this is their comeback song. Did you listen to Five Sauce's song yesterday that they released as their comeback song?
No.
Complete opposite. I saw a little clip on Instagram that was, like, very very short of them in a shopping cart, I think, and it played a clip of the chorus, and I thought, oh, this sounds different but good, and, like, upbeat and, like, good. And so I put it on YouTube that evening, and listening to the song all the way through, I was like, no, this is, like, different. And I don't know whether it's going to be a grower on me, but at the minute I'm scared for what's to come. And I'm not mad about their image, but their whole image is different, and I feel like I need to see more of it to decide on how I feel about it, because at the minute everything's like, this new song and this new look has come at once, and I've just seen, like, a couple of clips of it, of them playing a show and then this song, and I'm like, whoa. Like, it has really thrown me off, and I feel terrified for what's to come. Whereas with As It Is, I'm really excited for what is to come, but I'm terrified with Five Sauce. And I know you don't really listen to them anyway, but yeah, that's one thing yesterday that really, like, struck me as, oh my god, what's about to happen?
What are we gonna get?
I'm scared. I'm trying to think of who we've got coming up next to talk about. So tonight I'm seeing Pierce the Veil with a couple of friends, old school friends that I haven't seen in a while, which would be really nice to see them.
And they've got some good supports as well.
They do. I'm seeing Hot Mulligan and Cave Town. I think I might know a Cave Town song, but I think I think that one of the people that I am going with likes them, and then me and the other person that's going really like Hot Mulligan. We saw, I think I've said before, but we've seen Hot Mulligan at Slam Dunk, and prior to going to Slam Dunk, I gave them a listen and thought, I really like this band. And then we saw them live and I was like, yeah, I love this band. But it annoys me because they're one of those bands where, because they shout a lot, I really struggle to pick up what they're singing.
Yeah.
So I know the songs, but I don't know the songs. So I'm going to go tonight and be like, I love this one.
And
then I'll be able to sing it.
They have started coming up on my Spotify a lot recently. It plays No Shoes in the Coffee Shop.
Yeah.
Constantly.
And do you enjoy when they come on?
I think there's definitely some that I don't enjoy as much. Like, I like the ones that they have the shouting, but it's more singy.
Yes.
There are some that are just shouting and I'm like, ugh,
me and Harrison have
for me.
noticed that they released a new one recently, and it was full on like shouting all the way through, and it didn't have much melody to it. I like it when there's some like screaming, shouting, whatever, and then like you also have a catchy melody of some sort in it as well. And there are a couple that are just shouting.
On the note of shouting, should we take this back to As It Is?
Yes.
Because there were a couple of moments in the show.
I don't know where you're going with this. You're looking at me like you know.
Absolutely do know where I'm going with this, because there were a couple of moments in the show where just like a line or two, he just went full screamer.
Oh my god, where did that come from, Patty Walters? I am, yeah.
And it
gobsmacked.
I was so in shock at the time.
That we literally just looked at each other like, where did that come from?
Like, that, it almost took me out of the show.
Okay.
Like, it felt quite out of place. Like, I was like, what?
I mean,
where did that come from?
I wasn't mad at it. He did it well, but it did take me by surprise. Like, we both went, whoa, like, where has that come from?
That was what had me thinking, like, what is about to come?
Yeah, true.
What have we got
Maybe that's a little Easter egg of what we're to expect.
Just gonna go like full-blown screamo.
You never know. You never know.
That was...
Because they did also talk about in the show how they like that, and As It Is show, you're not genre boxed. They were talking about how they don't like being genre boxed because they can play pop music and like pop punk music and whatever they want to play they can. So maybe that was a little hint of, oh, I love that we're not genre boxed at an As It Is show, and now they're going to come out with like a screamo album.
Maybe. Who knows?
I'm intrigued. I'm excited for what's to come. I feel like it's been a really good year for music this year.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten into some things that I think previously I would have not even touched.
Yeah. I find that more and more every year.
Yeah, definitely, and not even necessarily in the sense of genre so much as just like personal bias. Like the Michael Clifford album is really good. I really enjoyed that, and I was always like so like, no, I don't like Five Sauce. The Vamps are so much better. That it was something that I wouldn't have touched at all.
Yeah.
Years ago, but it's a really good album.
It is. I really like that album.
So yeah, our next one, you've got Pierce the Veil tonight.
Pierce the Veil tonight. I'm very excited for. Very excited.
So stay tuned.
Yeah, absolutely. And then after that,
we get some big ones after that.
We get some big ones. I'm excited. It's going to be some good ones to dive into on the podcast, I think.
Fingers crossed.
So, yeah, I think that just about covers everything we want to in this episode. So thank you very much for watching again this week, and we will see you next week with another episode.
Absolutely.